Hello Capricorn, how are you? Welcome to my channel GreenLion Goddess. Now this is a love reading for you Capricorn. It's an alternative version because I just did, that's my son playing the piano in the background. I did a version for you earlier and it was one of those ones that was very kind of specific for people looking for a connection, and actually another person didn't turn up in it. It was more like an idealized version of someone else. So I just kind of have said to myself, if I have a reading like that for a particular sign, I will give an alternative, and that's what I felt like I needed to do for you guys this week, Capricorn. So these are general love readings. It's about any kind of connection that you could have. Doesn't necessarily have to be romantic love. It could be friendship. It could be a workmate. It could be a boss. It could be family members. So we'll see what comes up for you, Capricorn. They're not time specific, and I do apologize that they are late this week. I've kind of been saying in my other videos that my energies kind of just has been pulled every which way this week. It's been kind of strange. Normally I can just sit down and just do them and there's no problem. But every time I went to sit down, something pulled me away. So I do apologize for that. But they're not time specific, so I fully believe you get these messages when you're supposed to get it. So maybe it was just the universe putting a roadblock because it wasn't the right time for whatever reason. If you'd like to skip in any of my readings, skip the intro and the spiel, there will be a timestamp in the description box below. And I think that's all, Capricorn. So let's see if we can get something with a person in it at least. So what can we get for Capricorn today? What can we get? Okay, we have otter. And we have elephant. They're both upside down, so I'm going to turn them up the right way. Do you know what? I think I don't. I think I want to keep them both upside down. Strangely, that just feels more right to me, Capricorn. Now, I feel like you're otter and the person you're dealing with is elephant. Now, don't get too caught up in the animals. As I say, it's more about the energies and the energies they represent. The otter normally represents the element of water. So it's an emotional kind of card. It doesn't mean a water sign per se. It can, but obviously we're talking about you, and it's more about the energy of water. The elephant is normally a fire sign, but if we tip that upside down, it becomes water. And if we tip the otter upside down, it becomes fire. So there's been a switch in your relationship where the fiery one has suddenly become the emotional one, and the emotional one's become the fiery one. And you're both responding. You kind of switched roles. You know how in relationships whether consciously or not, you slip into a role. So I feel like these two people are connected. They do have a relationship. It doesn't necessarily have to be romantic, but something has just swapped in the way that they normally are. I feel like the otter's normally the more complacent one, the more just go with the flow one. I just play and have fun. I don't take anything too seriously. And the elephant is the intense one, the one that will charge through and be inspired. It has the passion. I'm removing all these blocks. I'm working on all this energy, and suddenly your person has just run out of steam somehow. It's kind of like they've lost their motivation and suddenly gone deep into their emotions, and you're like, where's that spark gone? Where are you? I've lost you. And so it's almost like you flipped to become the fire to try and get them. It's like a bit of kindling. Okay, let's light this fire again. Where have you gone? Where is this? And I feel like it's almost like a dampening of your connection, but only because I feel like the person you're dealing with has kind of gone into a little bit of a funk, or just kind of withdrawn within themselves into some sort of emotional body. They've just for the moment, and I don't feel like this is anything too long term. I think momentarily they've just lost a bit of their spark, a bit of their fire. And so you're trying to help them get that back. And normally playful otter, I'm not taking this too seriously. I'm having fun in life. You know, you are taking this seriously. You're like, oh, come on, we can get out of this. So you kind of understanding that being playful when someone is feeling that way is not the right response, because it's just going to make them feel misunderstood. You're kind of meeting them where they're at, which shows a beautiful balance and compassion, and also shows how connected you are in your relationship, which is really nice. I should also say that these can also be reversed. So if you're feeling more like you're the elephant and you're the person you're thinking of, the connection is the otter, then yeah, that's fine too. You can reverse them. So I'm going to pull some clarifiers for this, Capricorn. Some clarifiers. It's really lovely. And the otter energy is just so kind and loving. It's like someone looking after someone when they're sick or just feeling a bit down. And it's just beautiful. Yeah, it's like just you've got a beautiful spirit here, Capricorn. Very beautiful spirit. Okay, let's pull some cards. You've got the Four of Wands, the Seven of Swords, and the King of Cups. And for them, they get the Hanged Man. Yeah, well, that's about right. Everything's turned upside down. The Emperor. Yep, losing their motivation. And the Two of Cups. Okay, so beautiful. There is definitely love here between the two of you. There is definitely a strong connection and feeling. So I just feel like they're a bit vulnerable, and you're used to them being so strong. And when you see them like that, you're like, oh, I really want to help you. So here we have, this is you. We have the King of Cups, we have the Seven of Swords, and we have the Four of Wands. So strangely, you know, maybe you might have been any kind of fear or doubt that you have around your emotional connection, you're kind of putting to rest here. That you might have been thinking, oh, well, maybe you might have been having some doubts about this. But interestingly, because and you might have even wanted to get out of this situation, I don't know, for some of you, but it's a case of maybe you were thinking you were fooling yourself, that you actually did have these feelings for this person. I don't know what it is, but it's just this sense there was a doubt around the relationship that has suddenly gone. That suddenly you've moved into this sense of stability here, that you actually like, no, this is actually someone I want to build something with and build some foundations with. They've shown me their vulnerable side, and that's actually made me realize that I might have been wrong about them. I might have thought they were all fire, but the fact that they've shown me their emotional side makes me like them and feel connected to them even more. So, yeah, beautiful. It's nice. There's a real consolidation and building some stability here in the relationship here, Virgo. For them, they get the Hanged Man, again upside down. Their life could have been turned upside down for all I know. Next to the Emperor, who's the man or the male energy that doesn't have to be a man, obviously, not gender specific, but it's this real energy of making something happen, making something concrete, being in charge, being really motivated. It's a real Aries card. And that's what I feel like they've just lost all of that. They might have actually lost a position of power. They might have lost some status somehow here. But it's either that or they've lost that sense of feeling in control, feeling in charge, feeling like they can actually make a difference and make things happen. But the good news is that they're flanked by the Two of Cups. They have that Two of Cups energy here, which is that even though they might be feeling a bit down about things, they might have lost a bit of their spark. The one thing that is kind of keeping them afloat is that love between the two of you, is that really strong connection. It might not necessarily be romantic, but a really strong connection between the two of you. And so that's almost like a beacon in the darkness that's keeping them afloat. So, yeah, it's beautiful energy here. I do actually feel a bit sorry for your person. I do feel sorry for them. I think they've had a bit of a hard knock. Something's happened here. For them to just, because to lose so much of their power and motivation, like it's happened. Shift your energy. Okay, so this is about you. This is all about you, Capricorn. Shift your energy. These cards are so beautiful. And basically I think what it's saying is you turning yourself upside down as well and kind of being empathetic and very sympathetic even for this person. It's been nice for them. It's been what's needed. But in order to help them get out of their funk, you've kind of got to turn back to who you are again. You've got to shift your energy back to upright otter, back to fun, happy, joyful, playful, affectionate, lovely to be around, just beautiful, emotional person that makes you happy. So yeah, I think that it's just saying that's kind of, we need you back. Your person needs you back. So let's get a message from the angels about this, shall we, Capricorn? A message. What do you want to say to Capricorn, angels? Yeah, choose a new direction. So that's exactly kind of what we were just saying. Shift your energy, choose a new direction. You've kind of been asked to pivot a little bit about where you're going. And this could be something external. This could be an internal process, but it can also be an external process of, just say, for example, your partner's just lost their job. They had quite a good job. They've lost it. And you're kind of thinking about wanting to get that job back. But this is kind of saying, look, choose a new direction. There's a new path that has opened up, but they can't see it yet, because when they turn back up again into themselves, what the elephant does is it clears the path ahead, removes any obstacles. So they can't see that path is there at the moment, but it's saying that it is there. It's choosing a new way of being. And that was just an example. It could be anything, not a way of being, but just a new direction. It could be, okay, maybe you need to be thinking about a different way of working, or a different career, or a different way of being together. There's just a pivot here I keep being given, that something is changing. And yes, the path is there, and maybe neither of you can see it at the moment because you're both upside down. You're both in reverse here. But that's why it's saying shift your energy, because I'm not sure if they'll be able to shift themselves around as much, because I think you've got a little bit more control about whether you can do that or not. And for them, it's a lot harder to turn an elephant upside down than an otter. So yeah, I think it's like kind of saying you're going to be the one that's going to help both of you get out of this. And yeah, you're the one that's going to have the clear sight around this. So let's pull a card for the outcome for this Capricorn, as the energy stands as is. And as I always say, is the energies within a connection can shift and change. Next week, this could be something totally different. You could be both upright. You could be totally different energies. So what do we have as the outcome for this energy as it stands as is? We have the Ace of Wands. That is good. Clarity. That's what you're needing and wanting. Three of Pentacles. Yep. That's also something starting to work. And the Queen of Swords, there's your clarity again. So I feel like that new direction will become very clear to you. There will be some, I feel like this could be around, like I was saying, I'm getting something external, but it's just about working. You will suddenly see that something's working, this new direction. And you're cutting through all the crap, the doubts, the fear, the doubts in your mind to be able to see things really clearly. And you'll start seeing some initial results here with that. So this could just be, if it's not something in your physical world, it could just be within your relationship. You're seeing finally that things are starting to shift and move. But with that Queen of Swords energy as well, it's, the Queen's always like saying, this is the path ahead, this is the right way. And so I feel like you're the guiding light here, Capricorn, and that you're going to shift back up into the right direction. You're going to shift, get back to yourself again and see things really clearly, and being able to direct and guide your partner or your connection, your person here. So positive energy, Capricorn. I hope that makes sense and resonates with some of you. If you'd like to hear more, please like, subscribe, or leave a comment. Stay safe and keep well, hopefully. Take care. Bye.